Look at every final.
Exactly.
Someone will remember one that you forgot and you're wrong. So there you go. Never been a reverse sweep. Will there be one today? Time for Fnatic to answer that question. Just puts in perspective how tough of a task this really will be.
So if we keep in mind a couple of things here, we can always look to what we saw from both of these teams throughout this tournament. You have to remember, there's been a lot of days played, a lot of best of threes, a lot of maps, that's for sure. Navi on their CT side for this, they've mixed things up, at least coming in 2019. The B hold is now Flamey and Zeus, but Edward is going to get a lot of information. He's the solo A defender right here, and he's going to be under a lot of pressure as they're going to wrap on this arch side.
Edward sees them, but couldn't land the first shot. Had a great chance to do so. Did actually get JW before going down. Maybe if he was clean on the first, he could have followed it faster. Flamey wants to wrap back in through the arch. Bomb already planted on the A site. Electronic works back out from the library door and makes his way at least to Moto, not to be spotted by Pitt. He's got a bit of an angle toward the inside of the site, puts pressure on Exist. Exist knows that he's there though, and Proland's giving him help. He can re-peek it. Proland.
Oh, nice shot.
Not the one that's gone. A twist that was found instead. Simple against 3. Might be Fnatic winning out the pistol to start things brilliantly. On a T side of Inferno, that's exactly what you want. Simple has armor, no kits, and is already being spotted at the top side. He might just fade off this one. Maybe not. It's him after all, but the round is gone. Bomb is too far removed. So 1-0 indeed.
So out of the 5 pistol rounds we've had thus far, Fnatic have only won 2. On the opening map, they weren't able to convert either. Navi got both. The map we just saw there of Dust 2, they went 1 for 1. But this is where the trouble really starts for Fnatic. It is this conversion rate for Navi. We keep talking about it, but there is a reason for it. How deadly are they in these second rounds? And it's been time and time again that they've come on through with the upgrades. Right now, Simple is going to have a scout. Shotgun in the hands of Flamey. 3 CZs. Smoke grenades are plenty right now. Simple's peeking towards top mid. You know, if he gets some tags, it might force them to head over towards that B-bomb site early. Nutmeg through the legs right there, unable to land the shot he wanted to. Edward's going to burn on down to 60 points of health, and now the grenades off the wall, trickling. Going to do a lot of damage onto Exist with the AK. He's probably going to go swap that one over with Brolan, who has the MP5, and they will do exactly that. 3 smokes even still in place, so they can smoke off towards the top of Banana. Just keep them going. You delay for roughly 18 to 20 seconds with the smoke grenades. If they continue to stack them with just a minute left on the clock, it might force them to go towards A. Edward gets the better of JW, and it is going to be a B hit into 4 players from Navi.
And Flamey high up on the back side of the box means he's going to be a small target with great angle. It falls off, decides to get baited in, but they're both in one corner. That makes the spray potential huge. Flamey with the shotgun, though, if he gets undetected, has a chance to go for more than just one. There was a low enough HP player, but it still works out. Simple back through with the scouts. Second time they've stolen back round 2.
See, the thing is now, with the new change, or the old change, I suppose, where the $900 bonus comes in, it was adding the idea that teams would just save and go for the buy in the third, but Navi, they have the option to go for the force buys. They make it work with not a lot. And you see, the thing is, if they're able to do this against Astralis, then they force Astralis to play brawly Counter-Strike, right? So if they're able to do it against the best in the world, that's when that series, that's when that matchup gets very, very interesting. But we're underway here with Fnatic, who they've force ball back themselves. They want to fight. They don't want to give this one up. And Brolan, he's up close and personal with the Deagle. Not going to get anything done. Flamey will finish him off with the MP5. So no banana control granted to Fnatic early here.
So push back down with the UMP. Checking each and every corner on his way there, but we'll be able to anchor off the banana position. Man, oh man, Navi, round 2 steal every single time. I would dare say they've probably done it in every best of 3 they've played in this event. That would be an interesting stat. Sure, they've done it a lot, but have they done it in every single game? Because that's a lot of impact over many different teams and many different sample sizes. They might get stolen back here. Gotta be very careful. What? Exist and twist. Oh, with Deagles. 2 HP for Exist. Get a bomb down at the very least. Get the money in. And if he hits a headshot again, he might have something in it. Oh, that's a risk. I'm not sure he's aware he's coming from quad. Getting into side graveyard, there's not a lot of cover up there. You would have expected him to play a headshot and headshot angle only, but the AK has the advantage at range over Zeus, who's on 40. That means he certainly can find it. Oh, Exist. He can't. He got caught in the open. That was the problem. He didn't have the information, and it will be Navi Stealing, well, I shouldn't say stealing, holding, just barely holding onto this round.
Blink of an eye, that all went down. Absolute chaos towards the top of middle, and Fnatic with the bomb plant. There's enough money on the board here for Exist to go into an AK with head armor, Twisker by a Galil with head armor. They could go for another buy if they really wanted to, just to continue to apply pressure. But it looks like they're deciding to concede, allow Na'Vi to reign supreme in the early economic struggle. Upgraded a couple of pistols. I'm sure why the hell not. They did it just then. Maybe they can do it again. So nade down towards middle with electronic. Going to drop that. Tickle of damage onto Exist. Those scary deagles around in the hands of almost the hero of last, and Twist as well.
Krim is back down the stairs. Brolan, Banana, so both sides of the map with just the pistols.
A lot of control up towards mid early. Still a minute and 15 seconds left on the clock, and they've got 3 players who could be in striking distance. The deagle shot will rain out, and Edward will think better of re-peeking that. Waits until the rotation comes in from the arch side, but that was the ploy all along to hopefully soften up this B defense. There's 1 HE in the hands of JW, but no flashes or smokes to initiate. Means it should just be a blender right now for the CTs.
Flamey will play it at new box with Zeus to pull them forward. Teach a man to fish and all that. He's gotten 2. Won't go hungry tonight. And Flamey, by example, finds 2 of his own. JW is the only one left. You're right, Will. Simple tried to do what he could. Nade might have been the better option sooner rather than later. He'll get the kill in the end. He'll get the round back, but you're right, that plant is important because now they build up to a 3rd round bonus, which is $2,400, and they'll be able to get 800 on top of that.
Had the contingency of the grenade in play there as well, so even if JW had swung and taken down Simple, the nade was going to finish the job regardless. We're going to get into the first proper rifle round. The full guns will be coming out on both sides. 5 AK-47s to be wielded by that of Fnatic. Over on the other side of things, no AWP for Na'Vi right now. Simple's happy to hold on to the AK for this moment. Won't be the 3-man B-lane. They'll just do the standard 2-3 split. Head over towards old middle. It's going to bounce a little bit too early, so it does no damage. I think we're going to go for a very direct approach towards middle. All 5 members now in the corridor, pushing on up, picking off of each other. They want a contact play. Flash comes. This is a Fnatic of old style. They've taken Racket's control very quickly.
Flamey holding off behind Statue and Spawn, the fountain position. Simple's waiting for the wrap. Flamey would be able to call for that, but he actually wants to go to Library instead. Still has the information, just they have to go further, and he's easily covered off by utilities, so he won't actually be able to spot them here.
Mollied out.
He is. They know Simple plays there. I think it went deep. It went deep. He can hold it, but Brolan smartly goes up and above. Still, though, they've got Edward and Electronic. JW was holding off the arch. He catches off Flame. He knew that there was someone inside of the Library position with 2 kills, 28 HP. He has 2 more to find. Spots already behind the pillar, but he hits the headshot. This is doable. Bombs down on the site. 44 seconds, and he's going to start to try and rotate around the map. No way, he's not going to go all the way back through B.
He's got time for it, and Edward's not going to expect this at all.
But at what game? Edward surely knows the bomb was still on A, does he not?
And there's also a chance that, you know, JW could have just slipped behind him and gone down mid up through Boiler anyway. So the whole rotation right now, is JW playing himself, or is he actually a mastermind?
I think that's more the point, is because, yeah, the chances that he still could have gotten into this position, whether he goes all the way through B or not, I suppose it puts him there more safely.
Edward has the drop on him here because he's going to be clearing pit.
Yeah, and he throws the Molotov. Edward can already see it. Bomb's still down. Edward just needs to step out.
Oh, he got it?
I don't know how Edward didn't get to it, but he denies the plant anyway. And it is 4-1.
Great shots from JW. You can't take that away from him. That shot onto Porch there. Wow. That was only a slither of a gap that was being watched. I can't believe he nailed that one. That was an absolute tear that he just went on 3 in the round. Unable to get it done, so we might get a replay here. There's the first. Smoke fades, gets the second, and then this one here. Pixel perfect. Swings on out, takes an Electronic. Electronic should have had the jump on him in that situation, but it doesn't really matter. НАВИ continuing to post forward, 4 on the board for them, to the one of Fnatic here. Fnatic will go for another buy. So they've done a lot of damage on these rounds. You have to consider, Matt, on the pistol round where they swarm B, they kill both defenders. On that round right there, they made it honest. We also had the Exist one-on-one situation where he went and played from Graveyard. He got taken down by Zeus. So they want to continue to apply pressure, because if you look at the money situation right now for ＮAVI, there's nothing to write home about. You're not buying yourself a Christmas present at all. You're just having to save every penny and hope that 2020 will be a better year. So right now, NAVI, they need to stabilize. And there is a chance to do so. As Flamey strikes with the AWP and takes down Exist. 4-on-5 disadvantage right now for Fnatic. They need to rely on some individual brilliance once again to give them a competitive round.
Just wait it out at this point. Bomb is nowhere near enough to have planted the bottom of T stairs. JW presumably will go back to grab that. There is only 2 in the B site, so these pistols, or the pistol, I should say, of Twist, plus the AKs can certainly be a strengthened attack with all 4 on 2, but they've got the rotation already in place as well. It'll be Simple's AK that gets back towards CT. Zeus wants to play front side of the smokes, even sprays into it. Not the best decision. Confirms they're all there, but Simple's going to take the same exact angle.
Oh,
and he's going to be more patient. How does Flamey hit 2 with the AWP? Both through the edge of the barrels. Simple gets 1 because they wouldn't have expected him to be where Zeus already passed away. But JW got around behind them. That could be costly. Flamey at New Box seems to be aware of it. No, he's not. He looked too far. He was aware, but his timing was off. Thankfully, Edward was not. And it's now 5 in a row for NAVI.
Flamey with the AWP. Now, we spoke about the change of hold earlier in this map. In 2019, what they've been rocking is Simple as the arch player. Flamey's been more consistent in his performances, so he's the rock over towards B. Zeus is in tow. So that's the first one from Flamey, getting Exist jumping. Here's the other 2. Yeah, so yeah, it's just through the corner of the barrels as they're entering Banana. That's very quick from Flamey. Stepping up here. Fnatic now. 1 AK in the hands of JW. They want to go fast towards B. Nades this time, a chunking on Zeus. 3 HP for him. And they're pushing, they're continuing forward. They've done a lot of damage. And now the grenades are going to mitigate any further approach, and the rotation from Simple will come in as well. This is just going to be a set piece right now as they come on in with limited utility.
Flamey with fine first shots. He only gets 1, though, because JW removes him immediately. Zeus on 3 HP has to be so careful that a nade is not thrown in his direction. Thankfully for his sake, there isn't one. There's only a smoke for the post plant. If they get a plant, Electronic shuts down Crims in the process. And JW is gone so low as he was. Twist could hold towards CT. Problem is that even though those kills, they have to get the bomb back. Broland decides the best way to do it is to be aggressive. Getting another kill, he brings it to a 2-on-2, and he gets a gun. This is suddenly winnable with 53 on the clock. Zeus only has 3 to work with, has to be very, very passive. And Simple, oh, that's a huge miss. Huge miss because it gives Simple the shot to Broland. Twist gets him down. It's 30 HP versus 3. Broland's decision to get aggressive still might be the difference in the round. If they stayed passive, they were surrounded. But Zeus is trying to be clever. He's trying to one-up Twist. He's trying to catch him toward Banana, but he's got the shot instead.
Smart play from Twist there to actually leave the bomb site. There's no way they know how much damage they actually applied to Zeus, because those were from the grenades earlier in the round. They had no idea that he was that low. So if he maybe had that bit of information, could have approached it differently, but it worked out perfect. Actually vacating, moving on back, gave himself another avenue of approach, and Zeus moving forward still had the awareness to cover off that position. Knew he was open to it, gets the kill, and now NAVI.
This is the crazy thing. This is almost the positive. I mean, this,
because those rounds have been so close.
Yeah, but this would have happened anyway. It's not a reset, right? It's not like they won one and then lost again and had the reset. So this would have happened with or without the new money system.
Yeah, and just the closeness of those rounds, right? If you go back and you look at every single round that was put on the board from NAVI thus far, you can think of the Exist situation where it was retaken on to the pistols, constantly keeping them honest. That's one of the most important factors here is if you can make sure the CTs are kept honest, I might say it's more than honest. When you're going down to 1v1s, you're taking away so many guns, you're getting plants, you continue to leverage pressure on the economy. Without being able to build a bank, NAVI have had to be modest, take the eco, concede, at least for now. When you look at the fact that they are only going to get the $1,900 loss bonus in the next round, they're still not going to have a very strong buy, right? Simple has 1,500 to his name. This is just be a mock. This shouldn't be too difficult right now for NAVI. Sorry, Fnatic. So the thing is, they're still not going to have a very good buy. Edward does have, you know, 4K to the name.
He wants the knife. Okay. Too much noise made. He'll just kill him instead.
So maybe what can happen here is Edward can actually drop an AWP over to Simple, and Simple can drop a rifle to Edward. That should be possible.
Great.
There's 6K now for Edward after they've received that bonus. So if they want to get the AWP out, they definitely can, and it looks like that's what's happened. They're making this possible, that's for sure. Simple's dropped a UMP, so that's going to allow him to get head armor. He has a good spawn to go over towards Banana for an aggressive pick, and he's actually dropped the AWP for himself in that position. So it will be a fast B play coming out from Simple, or at least a B lean early. We'll have Flamey and Zeus in tow, so this could be everything right here if they can get an opening pick. Edward and Electronic are left to anchor down towards the A bomb site, both playing from the quad and app side. So
Twist with excellent kill onto Simple, who wanted to get aggressive toward Banana. That gives Fnatic the lead early as they try to close the distance, as they've had to do in pretty much every map so far. Edward trying to get himself elevated above the smoke. JW is ready for it. Twist isn't done business at B. As he sees Zeus, not quite. He just was inside of the smoke. But save, I think, required now for Navi. It's going to only be a third round bonus, and they don't have much to work with. That's 2,400 on 300 in the best case for Flamey.
Well, remember yesterday, it felt like that Navi were down and out on Inferno, and then it was their T side. Like, they didn't have a very strong CT side, that's for sure. It was their T side where Simple had to have the miracle round, right? The highlight that everybody will be talking about for a big chunk of 2019 that actually inspired greatness and got them back into it. So the chase will be in for Fnatic here. They want to take away these guns. Crimson's going to find success there. Now it's just the AWP to find. Flamey will get one. That's two. Wow. Keep on stepping up to the plate here as he wants the home run of 3. Or is there 4 bases in baseball?
There's 4 if you include home plate. Yep, that's 4.
Ah, okay, so he needs 4 for a
Hat
home
trick
run.
is 3
yeah.
for hockey. They wrap too fast and get inside of spawn, so those guns down.
So what else is important to note, I guess, is those kills from Flamey still find impact, because every round that Fnatic win takes away from their loss bonus. So it is a very seesaw-y effect like that, because if every round in the whole game just continues to stay close, then you know, you're keeping their money low, you're taking away from their loss bonus, so when you would eventually do break them, then they're in trouble. It's just the T side, it should be a little bit easier to initiate. So the scoreline 5-4 right now in favor of Navi. Navi with a light pistol upgrade. 4 CZ75, smoke, flash to deal with. Beagle as Exist is going to open up towards top of Banana. Their pistol rounds haven't felt as dangerous this time around from Navi. Been caught individually a few times more than what we've seen in the previous. Second round breaks are different, right? They seem to approach them in a different nature. Maybe they focus a bit more on those rounds because they know how important it is. Whereas this here might be, okay, we'll go a little bit more individualistic. We'll see what we can get away with.
Edward knows their top middle. Before the Molotov, that was pretty clear. And he'll wait on top of the pallet. It's an off angle that might just get him a headshot toward Crims. Not quite, not if they pick it slowly, not systematically. Although he does get a dink toward Exist, and they have to back away and wrap toward Quad. Thankfully, there's no one over here on the side of Navi, but there's still kills coming in. Electronic and Edward both finding one so far, and I think that's where it ends. Crims confirms it, 5-5, good turnaround. T-side as well for Fnatic. This starts to become a little bit concerning for Navi.
So, yeah, like I said against Ents, I think the scoreline was 9-6 first half to Ents on the T side. So, Navi, they do a lot of work on their T side, that's for sure.
To be fair, that was the first time that Ents won the knife round as well, and they actually started CT, did they not? That was map 3. That was Inferno, wasn't it? No, Inferno was map 2, excuse me, you're right.
Okay,
sorry.
It was map 3 of Mirage? It was only yesterday. Why does it feel like a lifetime ago?
It was a lot of maps. Broland gets through the top. No further utility. He can hold the half wall. That's actually a good position to have at this point in time, but they'll be aware because there was counter nades. Zeus gets away with it. The peek from Broland caught off and yields nothing. There's 3 in B as well, so they can't even strike back easily.
Edward is going to be falling all the way back over towards the A-bomb site now to get in position to make sure that they can't be swarmed like what happened in the previous. But the difference was when Twist opt Simple towards the top of Banana, you know that Simple is normally an A player. So that triggered them just to snowball onto the site. JW found it kill, and he was almost offered up a second one. Electronic thought better than stepping back into his line of sight from Boiler. Also by having JW in that lurking aggressive position, it allows them to make sure that no pushes come in. Exist. Shooting a shot, I think maybe he saw a leg or something, or thought he did, because there's nobody there. Zeus over the box, he'll find this any second.
All with their back turns, waiting for flashes that never arrived. That's fine for Flamey because he's able to work off of Zeus's death to try to make up for it even. He couldn't quite. It's back to a 3-on-3 bomb to be planted. Edward wants to swing in and try and deny. He aims for default. Crims was back off of it. He was right to spray to the right, but he leaves him on 4, leaves him alive, and leaves JW toward the tree. Edward gone. Do they go?
No kit in that.
This will be the 5th win in a row for Fnatic, and you're right, there is no kit. The forward stance inside of Ruins gives JW the kill, and Simple's just going to wait at this point to let the round expire. Impressive from Fnatic to pull this around.
It's funny, JW, the last man into Banana, the guy aggressing towards CT spawn. Simple should get a kill here onto Crims. He'll take him down. And the other two players from Fnatic of JW and Twist will hold on to what they've got left. Twist with the AWP. Not going for the chase at all in that regard. And now the money looking pretty for Fnatic here. Navi, they're being made to work. And they have to take just another light pistol upgrade round here. Obviously their loss bonus after the streak of 5 being lost in a row has maxed on out. They'll be getting the 3,400, but not enough to do anything too dangerous. You know, they could buy into a shotgun now, considering that they've been cheapened even more so. I think the Mag 7 is at 1,300 right now. And it's such a dangerous weapon that they could use in the Apps position, maybe towards JW, who's jumping up Boiler. He's going through there, trying to clear that out as part of the default. CZ's and utility is always lovely, especially on a map like Inferno, where even if they get banana control, you can still keep them smoked off and held at bay for as long as possible. The pause is going to be coming to an end momentarily here, and it will be the upgrade around the AK. So the question is, do you allow Simple to go a little bit more aggressively and see if he can make a play, or do you just sit back, use the utility, hold them off, and hope that they make the mistake and come into you? Because we did see that happen on Dust 2, remember? It was the play where Zeus on Catwalk with the CZ found the kill onto Crims. That accelerated the play over towards the B bomb site. Simple lying in wait, gets 2 frags, slows down the push, allows the rotation to come in, and then they win that round. They snag it when they probably shouldn't. So it's actually going to be 4 members towards the top of B right now from Navi. Lots of grenades down towards Banana, but only a little bit of damage will follow as the back and forth. And the onslaught for this key piece of real estate continues. Broland, the entry man, the big factor, walking on up, taking the jewels. JW on the other side of things, top of mid is about to find one here onto Edward. He'll get it done, but over towards Library, waits another.
Electronic is the man that was waiting, and from range makes good on the CZ. So we're still stuck on 4 aside. Bomb gathered from the bottom side of middle.
The big jewel's about to go down here. It's Crims versus Simple.
Simple alone with the AK has to be perfect, because they are all heading that way. The problem is that they aren't wrapping toward quad. They're trying to check arch. Smoke down, they won't be able to see through to Library. They do now. And this vision of that player may actually encourage them back over toward the pit. They have not spotted this AK yet.
But they can't help Simple because they're scared to push Library. As I said, that Electronic, he walks out very brazenly.
It's perfect for Simple, though, because if they're all in front of him and there's no more flashes, he might be able to multi on this. They're going to distract. They want to try and bait him out. They're checking for him. Smoke down to the site. Bombs dropped as well. Zeus even gets a kill on the AK picked up. This is perfect. This is a chance to steal. He thinks there's one above, however. That's going to cost him as Crim slides out. Same angle, and it's all one to Flamey on a Deagle. At range, that's where the op steps up and steps out. 7 for Fnatic.
It's like a sigh of relief there from Twist as they finally put that one away, but that was scary. That was potentially on a knife's edge. If he didn't make the shots there onto Simple in the pit, well, that one could have been stolen, and Navi would have gone up to their 6th round on the board for the CT side. But now Fnatic 7-5, round number 13. This is the map choice of Fnatic. Now I know you're saying, oh, it's the best of 5, it doesn't matter so much, but this is the 2nd most confident map that they feel going up against Navi. We have Mirage as their first choice, went into Dust 2, that it was Navi's pick, and now sitting here. We've already mentioned the reverse sweep. It's never happened before. Can Fnatic be the first team to do that against the Na'Vi, who have definitely been well and truly on form? The AWP kills head-to-head here. You can see that Simple hasn't been doing the lion's share of it on this map. It has been Flamey. We saw him get a nice big 3-piece over towards that site to hold it down. A couple of those kills have actually come from exit frags. But nonetheless, he's been getting it done. And now Simple will have the AWP. So let's see if he can turn it on, because he lost a duel earlier to Twist, who will have to scuttle down Banana through the flames. And there it is. Simple will find an opening onto Broland. That seems like the trigger to go straight towards Banana. Look at them. All 4 members of Fnatic have pushed on in.
Yeah, he lost a man on the offside. They want to try and make up for it. Push back out. Zeus is there. Smokes fades. It's the perfect time for it to do so, and he's got support inside of the site. If only he could bait them around the corner further. It's not possible. There's nowhere further to dig into those sandbags. Flamey's fully blind. He has to back further off. Smoke down, no boosts. Simple wanted to get position with the AWP rather than put his teammate up above, and he smoked as well. It might have been the better decision. Now they'll get it. Edward's there in time, but one's already crossed. Look for Crims. He's deep. Spots exists jumping. Realizes Crims is there. The damage is there, but the kills are not, and they still own the inside of the site. That's the issue. The problem being for them, they don't have utility. Clever little spot for Twist as he finds Simple back toward the ruins, and he holds off on Nubox. Electronic didn't spot the player by the smoking. Exist sees him in return. Kills would have done more than damage. And he's spotted Edward. Spotted by the AWP. And they know he's got to retreat back through CT if at all. He's wise to know that they are going to be up for that. He's not done. He's got the kit still. AWP, maybe he's not. Maybe he's thinking about saving, because that's the gun you'd want to take away with you. Round 13, however, and the bonus is built. Tries to bait the shot from Twist with a pistol and a jump. Can't do it. Twist is stoic. In fact, more than that, aggressive. Edward will at least take everyone down, because I think Crims dies to the bomb at the very least. Might get far enough away. Should be far enough away. But it's Fnatic now with 7 rounds in a row.
This is impressive right now from Fnatic. Na'Vi, that execute. There was a chance it could have been a fake. Obviously, coming on in, there was still an avenue for them to go back, because there was no push of a flank from Na'Vi. They bit completely. They rotated in, and that was the right call. They were in the right place. They were in there with more than enough time, but it was just those micro decisions, the little timings that went against them in every single turn right there. And they're going to buy back into this behind this saved AWP, whatever they can get, whatever they can buy. Famus's, UMPs, and all gone play, and now Simple needs to do more. He did find the opening in that round. Remember, killed Broland. Fnatic with the immediate response to towards B, and then they got shut down, but pulled out a 3-on-5.
Good re-peek from Simple. It's more like it from him. Broland on 20. Did that come from Twist?
Twist puts Simple down to 16 at
I
top
think he
mid.
tagged Broland at the same time, though. No, because Broland was bananas.
Yeah, that's the utility exchange.
I was just wondering the reaction, that's all. Good boost. Above the smoke, Broland finds Zeus. Electronic does pull it back, but over toward the A side.
Wow, they're tearing them apart all across the map.
They're winning every duel. They're winning the picks. They're opening it up. It's a 3-on-3. Flamey is inside of the site, and the rotation from Simple is close, but it's limited as smoke is down. He's got Exist. He would have been fully gray screened walking through that. That's a gift for Simple, and he thinks that's enough to encourage them back over toward the A site. You know what? He's right.
So they're still 1-1 right now. Broland is searching in Banana for any aggression right there, but Flamey's just going to sit towards the back of the site. Edward and Simple are both playing this arch side. Twist is also waiting for a rotation. There's 30 seconds left. There's no need now for Na'Vi to push for info, but Edward is doing so. He's walking right into the crosshair of Twist, and he steps. The shot just rings past, but they have to go up quad. They have to go to A. 20 seconds left.
Molotov inside of the window pit. The crack in the wall. Simple can't land a shot either, but Edward can. Top of the site. Twist has Simple down. Deagle to find the head of Edward, and Edward's just trying to keep his low. He'll wrap around and try to joust instead. There wasn't enough time for the plant. Edward gets the kill, and finally Na'Vi get around. Finally get back on the board. It's round 15. They'll all buy into this.
So many duels all across the map. It's difficult to keep up with everything going on, but Fnatic, they must be feeling so confident right now, because they're happy just to fight. They're happy to go for a duel against anybody on Na'Vi at any given time, and that is cracking the round wide open, giving them opportunities to play the rotations. This time it didn't work in their favor. But Na'Vi are still in the lower buy position. Simple with the AWP. Can he find the opening again for the 3rd round in a row? He's doing the best of his ability right now to make these rounds possible. Edward Chickle peeking, and the Halls put on notice there. A couple of bullets going through. Flamey's using this smoke to his advantage. We'll poke on over. The noise on the logs will actually give away how close he is. So he doesn't want to overstay the welcome. He's going to now saunter back up Banana with the safety of the second smoke deployed. But the problem there becomes he's now the anchor, and the only thing he has left to work with is a Molotov and a HE. Broland doing his best to pull attention towards his A position, throwing everything up the kitchen sink towards Apps, and they're going to isolate the anchor position of Flamey towards B, who's dropped back now to the next line, thinks better of it once again, and goes all the way back to the bomb site. So he won't have the early call from the half wall. He's only going to know when the exit comes in. But look at Na'Vi.
Yeah, they know that he doesn't have that information, and there's not much going on at A. So the right call is to get someone back over there. They'll even leave a pivot player in electronic toward CT spawn. No information on either side of the map. Quickest point to beat.
This is also facilitated by the fact that Edward pushed into Halls and saw it was clear, but the B pitch is on.
Smokes down. Zeus goes in, no flashes. That gives Zeus 2 kills. He fades back. He's had such a great event, and Brolin was on the lurk. He's nowhere nearby. 26 seconds, and Simple's just waiting for him. 8-7 for Fnatic. That's still impressive. Don't be fooled just because Na'Vi got 2 rounds in the end. They started 5-1 up, and Fnatic still win the half. They've won all 3 halves, 8-7, by the way.
Well, Na'Vi have definitely been the better at starting, right? It feels like they just get off to these gargantuan leads. I know 5-1 doesn't sound huge, but realistically, in a scoreline, when you only need to put 16 rounds on the board, it's not a back-and-forth nature by any means. They're getting out to these streaks, but Fnatic able to put up one of their own.
Now they need to close. They haven't been able to do that yet.
So the first round of this game did go in the favor of Fnatic, but it wasn't enough because the force buy of Na'Vi came straight back in. So the first 2 rounds of the game, if Na'Vi get the pistol, I'm even more scared for Fnatic in this situation. If Fnatic get the pistol, I'm still scared.
Yeah. Round 2. If they win round 2, maybe that's when we can maybe let go of some of the tension. It was a slow start in this event for Na'Vi, just like all events, it seems, for them. They need 1 or 2 under their belt before they get invigorated, perhaps is the word for it. They said they're working. Well, yeah, that's true. They say they're working with a psychologist now and a dietitian to try and improve things among the team. Mood seems a little better off, but we have to be fully aware of the fact that this is a much more poised team. The fact that Zeus is fragging, the fact that Electronic's firing as he is. It's encouraging for the future. What's encouraging right now, though, for Fnatic is that they have the lead. Edward's on 2. Simple only gets 1 kill back.
It felt like that duel should have been everything, but Edward getting away on 2 HP, the fact that he's still an influence in this round, even just with a body, could be enough to get them into the B site here, because Zeus has a smoke and 2 flashes. Flamey, he's playing into some nice form today, so if he can take down Twist or even just push him off the side, at least a plant will come in. Oh no, did that smoke mean to land there?
It's let them in. Twist down. Flamey gets him. B's open for business. Exist, though, getting up from spawn. Huge line of sight. They hadn't cleared new box, so Edward was still looking in that direction. Flamey now knows it is clear. And
they're going together, both going ruins.
I was going to say they'll turn back on this, but you're right, they are. And they'll step out, be spotted. Zeus can't really challenge exist at this point in time. He can hold him back. He can buy some time. Maybe funnel him out. Banana control and take from Crims. That'll wrap them back in. And all 3 want to trade, so they've all gone back around. They need to be aware of this. In fact, they could even back off slightly. Force them to wrap around. Force them to brawl to protect the diffuser, but that works as well! Flamey with 2 headshots. Now Zeus just has to play the time. Crims.
Kit. He's got a kit.
Absolutely got a kit. He's got the 5 seconds. He's got the tap. He's got the time, does he? It's going to be close. I don't think so. Not a chance. It is going to be Na'Vi winning out the round 8-8.
It felt like that duel towards Halls at the start of the round. The fact that they had so many members there. There was 1 in Boiler, 2 into Halls. They did so much damage. 2 kills. Edward on 2 HP. But Flamey opens up onto Twist, opens the door for Na'Vi on the pistol round, and is able to get 2 massive kills. Zeus, right, posturing and constantly just being an annoyance. The Glock, close range. That's what you want to avoid. So the USPs, they decided to go up through CT base, give themselves the range advantage, but they found nothing. And now they have to force buy. Now they have to fight back into this one as Eagles, MP9, a couple of CZs, utility. It's on the board here, but Na'Vi, what they've tended to do on these, in a lot of the matches we've watched so far after winning the T-side of pistol, is actually go up mid and go arch side and then take duels and tend to end very late round. It has been messy for them previously, but when they still win the round, it doesn't really matter. This time they've postured quite early for B. 3 players in banana, 2 passively, 1 towards mid, and 1 all the way back in the T housing. I think they're just going to money man into B here, allow the UMP and Mac 10 to walk in and see what they can find.
This can't. Oh, he does, I thought. He snapped off it. I thought that's because his body no longer existed. He gets both kills.
That's forcing them to A right now, but there's 3 players from Fnatic waiting.
Is this the time for Fnatic to steal a round 2 away? Maybe that's the secret.
Let him have the pistol.
And then take the economy and the momentum back.
There's a timer on this because eventually Fnatic can play for information on banana, which means they can rotate over. So if Na'Vi take too long, they might not only be dealing with 3 players from Fnatic, it could be 4, it could be 5.
Flamey with the AK is first to go in. Broland's already got him. CZ and a dink onto Simple. This is looking possible. 21 seconds. They're saving bomb back. They might be. Maybe lining up from utility. 1 HP for Simple. Edward got through the smoke. There's a player behind him. He's not aware. JW can't find him, and that's going to be Simple to save him. He came out. They couldn't find each other in the smoke, and Simple to plant Edward again. Twist goes down. There's only 15 HP between the two of them. Exist has more, but he only has a deagle. He started this. He funneled him to this side of the map. But the Molotov keeps him off for a bit of time. Picks up a Mac 10. That'll certainly do. The HP as it is. He's dinked. He's 2 HP. Simple closes it. What a bit of teamwork.
That's daylight robbery. How? They've done everything. Exist has had 2 opening kills. They have the right read. They get the kill in halls. They sure get traded, but Simple's put down to low HP. Look at this, Broland, he's done more than enough. Look at the damage done. Simple, 11 HP, they still get back in the round. Edward through the smoke, somehow jukes through. Simple covers in perfect timing, every single kill, falling in a 2-on-5 situation.
Broland getting desperate, so too Fnatic. They'll rush down mid with nades. Nades from Banana as well. Broland even tried to slip in underneath them and go undetected inside the chicken corral, the underpass position, but Simple spotted him, took him down. Flamey, he'll hold that outlet against Twist, and Exist is left in a 1-on-5 very quickly. Maybe just get this round over with and get back the rifles. That needs to be the goal for Fnatic. It'll be double digits for Na'Vi.
So disheartened right now if you are Fnatic, because you did the hard work. You gave yourself a chance to get into this game, and Exist, he's going to do deagle work again from the B bomb site. 2 rounds in a row, 3 kills.
Yeah, this round is inconsequential because bomb will just go A now.
They
know he can't rotate.
They finally considered picking it up. It looked like they were undecided in that. But with Simple and Edward in spawn, it's going to be a very tall task to fight their way through. They won't actually get the plant down. Edward will just dispatch him right there. 10-8 in favor of Na'Vi here. Round number 19, the guns will come out. I think that Fnatic, you know, if there's a lot of frustration going on right now, which there has to be, because that round should have been theirs. It should have been in the bag. Should have been their stake in this game. Remember, 2 maps down already. No reverse sweep ever in a best-of-5 grand final.
Just to note, everyone's across the server fairly close in kills, Simple being the exception, slightly higher on 20. Electronics on 8, so this is the first game he's fallen off. Don't want to call him out because he's played brilliantly. If Fnatic come back into it, maybe that could be part of why. Exist already backing off inside of B. Bomb still waits bottom of middle. Simple's there with it. No AWP brought out yet T-side.
Very passive across the map from Fnatic here. They're holding on to their grenades for as long as possible. They're not actually jostling for position of banana. The only information they have is JW posted up towards the arch side of middle. And now with these smokes, flashes, and nades raining on in, he's been kept honest, he's been pushed back. So across the board, the lion's share of map territory has been given to Na'Vi, and there's still a minute left on the clock for them to work. We know they're a late round team, but when you get mid and banana this early without any damage, without being forced to work for it, maybe they're going to pull the trigger a little bit earlier. Oh, it's a mid retake right now from Fnatic. Those flashes and nades are going to be heard. Na'Vi could be going into a stack if they're not quick, but Electronics so fast.
Twist smoked off, can't do much. 22 HP. Stays alive.
Pushing.
They couldn't find the last bullet. That's going to give him a chance to get in. In behind. Oh, but from above. Electronic, 1979 takes him down. GW still has Flamey. That gives them a chance back into it. And 4 to work with. Zeus already gets down toward water, so he's got CT covered off, and his teammates should be able to watch the back entrance. No one in Banana. Zeus also does not have to worry about that because it's covered. It's simple. Oh, Molotov gets in over top of him. Forces Electronic out. Crim's able to trade it, but that is a trade. Electronic was able to get one. Bro lands on it. Simple with a Molotov. That's clever, but is it fast enough? Because Bro lands in, it is a 10-second. With a kit, he could hold that. Now he can't, has to get away. Utility wins it, even though Simple goes down.
Doesn't even need to get the kills. Just perfectly placed. Well practiced and prepared. Drops the $400 bottle of flames. And with it, Fnatic's hopes and dreams, because here, it is looking more than dire right now for the Swedes. They're force buying back into this one, or at least going for some light upgrade. JW will have a scout. Pistols across the board. M4 in the hand of Crims. That mid retake, Matt, if it came 1 or 2 seconds earlier, they may have had more bodies on that bomb site, right? And also, you know how people talk about Glaven smokes? I think Electronic can challenge him for how well that he plays around those positions. He's not getting kills through them, but he's using them like a magician, appearing out of them and getting entry kills time and time again. Impact on the CT side, same can be said for the T, and Flamey's gone up mid. He's going to grab one. Crims, he's not done yet.
Good body shot from the scout early on against Edward, and Flamey going down, so there's a bit of hope to find a second kill, but Edward doesn't need to lead the charge. Crims still has the M4. There he is. Already giving that away. Here we go again. You said it. Electronic edge of the smoke. Tries to fire back down middle. Zeus meanwhile gets Crims. Electronic will fall after only getting 1 kill, and Simple, he'll close out the round. 4-round spread, 12-8, with 4 to go.
AWP out now for JW. We haven't seen the double orb. We spoke about its potency when we saw it earlier in the tournament with Twist on this map specifically. They were able to find a lot of opening duels, find picks, really disrupt the ability of the teams to be able to execute on them. Now, Na'Vi, they don't play the same execute-heavy style. It's more of map positioning, swarming, bursting onto position. Flamey has bought a shotgun here. He has 2,900 in the bank. He could have an AK. He's going to take it over toward the Hall's position. Maybe he feels that he could get it done with lesser weaponry. Be curious to see how this battle goes down between him and Brolan, who is the end of Hall's player right now. JW posted up towards the quad side with the AWP, and Crims over towards Trash playing the arch side. Right now, posted up in the B bomb site. Twist and Exist. They're very passive again. Map control relatively easy. I think Flamey's going to go out here as either a fake or just a beacon to call out some information.
Explosive shotgun play. It's going to work. Broland's not ready for that, and Electronic takes down JW. Crims at least gets one back, but they've opened up the bomb site. Crims at the mid wall does his job, and at least gives them a chance on the retake. Molotov down. Simple wants to make sure no one's pushing around for an immediate flank to be fast on the bomb, and smoke on those flames may suggest what Simple's up to.
Lots of utility here to retake with, though, for Fnatic. Twist and Exist, they didn't use anything over towards the B bomb site because they weren't going for banana control. Crim still has a lion's share of his, and there is a defuse kit.
It's all going to be in front of Library, so Simple can rotate back through the halls, or he can swing out from quad. Bombs planted for both. So much damage on the lineup as Flamey fires in. Simple's waiting with the pillar to protect. All he has to do is watch the defuse at this point. Navi's going to 13 rounds. There's no way you break this setup, and Flamey takes the final kill.
No matter the numbered situation, it never feels like Na'Vi are in trouble. Feels like they can make anything happen. This has been their tournament, that's for sure. They've lost the map, sure. But they've also handed out a fair share of absolute beatdowns. Simple, throughout the entirety of this StarSeries Season 7, has shown highlight after highlight. This is almost a last-ditch attempt from Fnatic here. We'll go for another light upgrade. Shotgun in JW's hands. Maybe he's a little bit mad that Flamey's stealing his trick.
He's going to go aggressive with it, and Edward punished! He was waiting to pivot out with his crosshair placement further down the hall. Flamey was a bit too close, got inside of it.
See the awareness? It's the little details of this high-end level of Counter-Strike, right? So throwing away the weaponry so it can't be picked up by anybody from Fnatic if they decide to push that part of the map, and Na'Vi have left it. They've moved territory, so just have to look at the little details.
Crims has the element of surprise here. If he had gone up the stairs, maybe Flamey gets detected. Simple's also there. Simple's getting closer. Dinked. Nice shot. Give him credit. Crims, unfortunately, with just the pistol, doesn't yield a kill. Broland, nifty little spots, but Flamey gets the better of him. Still, though, damage done. Flamey's on 2 HP. Zeus wins out against Twist. If he went down there, maybe there's a world where I could see the pistols doing enough damage coming back around. He exists now in a 1-on-4, though. Maybe best suited just to get a gun. There you go, Zeus down. The Electronic's the only one left with 100 HP. Getting to the end of it, though. No chance exists, gets back into it now. And what a week it's been here in Shanghai. Always a great city to be in. Couldn't get Electronic, he will close it now. Always a great city to be in and a great event, I have to say, all the way through. Great to see Navi on this level. Good to see the resurgence of North, Fnatic, NRG with Tarek. Certainly Renegades and Ents.
2019 seems very exciting with the prospects this year. Finally, it feels like after a year of beatdowns from Astralis, everybody's really had to go and take a long, hard look at themselves in the mirror and reflect on what they need to do to get better. Those names that you mentioned are teams who have been working very hard. They have been sticking with their rosters. They've been trying to grind it out, being lots of theory side of Counter-Strike getting done. Now the double orb's going to come out, Fnatic.
Yeah, this is it. This is their last attempt. All in or all out. JW down to mid. Exist already pushing Banana. Back to standard formation, it seems, trying to get map control rather than sitting on their heels. And Exist wants to go through. He will play, but Zeus is there and ready to trade. Flash back in as well and try and take back the territory, knowing that the deep man's likely the only one toward the logs, but Twist is there with the AWP. That's been revealed. Now they know his positioning. They can start to build off of this.
They can still molly him out of position, right? If they do a Molotov towards the mouth of Banana, he has to drop back, but instead they're just going to use the bodies and push forward.
And no rotation. That op hasn't discouraged them one bit, and he has no information on this.
They're going in.
This is going to be a huge problem. Twist has to hit every shot. Starts with the first. That one's successful. Molotov behind him, not a lot of room to wiggle, but he wants to surprise them by playing in it. Flamey takes him down. Now they have to retake with an op. And 2 M4s. They're going to come from both approaches. One already in Banana. Bomb not yet planted. Gives JW a chance. He knows there's that new box because of the angle at which those bullets arrived. Molotovs him off. Just enough to break his focus.
Big miss.
Crims takes Zeus. Now they have to go. Forget a save. Forget trying to hold this to play for overtime. They're going to try and get in the sight. Simple. The man who's been absolutely the MVP of this event gets one, but only one. They've actually pulled it off. Fnatic will get number 9.
And they can get both those AWPs, so they can carry through that setup once again. Didn't feel like Twist had done enough there. 1 kill to slow things down. JW had a shot go awry, but Crims with the flank through Banana, the silenced them 4. Enough to keep them alive here. Able to buy on in is Na'Vi again. The direct approach, they're not playing the same late round Counter-Strike. We've seen caused them a few issues and also caused them some absolute miracle rounds in different scenarios. Fnatic with the double orbs carried through. Can be difficult to unravel as JW, exactly the same play as last round, positions up. Exist. This time, thinks better of going aggressive with the Molotovs. Cottoning off his push. JW just staying postured. There's actually no pressure towards middle or boiler at all, so he could have stayed there for, you know, another good 5 to 10 seconds at least. And he's going to fall back a little bit. Twist getting flashed the line, and Electronic punishes him.
Opener this time to Na'Vi. Last time it was Zeus getting the trade. Exist, the man who pushed, will go passive. But he can't be a pacifist. If they attack, he needs to be ready on defensive stance. They've got the rotation to Crims. But unlike last round where they stuck around in B having gotten the control, this time they will go back. This time they force the rotation, and they'll try and isolate the 2 players on A. Cubby position for JW on the AWP. He can hold the entire mid wall. That's if no smokes go down in front of him. And given that they're inside a boiler, there's not really an option to throw them. You bounce one out of the door, that's about it.
If but they can smoke him off very easily. The pressure is on the youngster here of Brolin. He has to step up huge. Has to be a multi-kill from this kid, the prodigy, maybe the future of Swedish Counter-Strike.
Ooh, interesting call. Didn't want to stay revealed at quad. Let's JW take that instead. Then Molotov lets him get back up on the balcony. It gives JW the advantage, the information, the bomb, but the kill to Flamey, the trade that will allow the plants. And Flamey puts it down with 13 seconds left. It's he and Zeus versus Crims and Exist.
No kit picked up right now.
Flamey still waiting at the box inside sight. Zeus, the obvious position in pits, and the headshot. Exist is gone. Crims is calm. Crims is consistent, but right now Crims has to be a hero as he walks back in. Couple speculative shots trying to bait out a reaction. Can't get it yet. Will spot the head, but that's when Zeus strikes. Doesn't even need to kill. Just needs to keep him at bay, and that's when Flamey gets map and series and championship point for Navi.
This is looking all too easy for Navi here at StarSeries Season 7. We've had 8 days. We've had 39 best of 3s. A best of 5 grand final. To get to this point, we had 95 maps played. We've seen 3 more right now.
It's a long week. It's a great format.
You know, this really lets the cream rise to the top. You can't slouch here. You have to have a deep map pool. You're not getting through on best of 1s.
Thank everyone in different time zones that have tuned in. Again, StarLadder. They'll be hosting the next major in September. Maybe Navi can find victory there as well. JW and Twist, they've got other ideas. They don't want to let this go that easily.
It's Flamey and Simple, though. We've seen what they've been able to do before, and Flamey, that's the first for him. Simple's still alive. He was behind the Molotov, but now gets another chance. As the banana push will come in, they want to accelerate over towards A.
Taste the champagne. They don't want to have to wait any longer for it. Fnatic wants to deprive them.
It's just one man on the side here. Brolin's isolated.
You say that. The other aspect, though, is JW's position. He's already clearing the apartments on the A side, and they're so far down banana that if he can get there, if they don't go, if they don't commit to Broland, he is worried about the only spot in front of Library. If they don't commit to him fast enough, JW's going to be on the flank. Flamey down, just Simple. Thankfully, he's dropped off the balcony. He knows JW's there. Sees his gun. Easy kill, but that's when Broland peaks. Smart decision to do so, and Fnatic get 10. So Navi don't get to celebrate just yet.
Yeah, Fnatic are grinding. Not out of it just yet at all. Navi, looking at them in spawn right now. Looks like they will be able to get the buy happening with a couple of emissions of weaponry. Edward is only going to have a Galil. A tactical pause will come out as well. Electronic sitting there only has 3,100 to his name, and I'm just trying to see on spawn if there's any guns drop for him. There isn't. So he can get a Galil and head armor. Actually, Edward was just dropping his Galil over to Electronic so he can get grenades behind it. So the buy right now, Edward is actually going to just go with a CZ, being an ever team player in these late stages. They only need one more round to get the championship, one more round to secure that $250,000 prize. That's for first place.
Yeah, $500,000 prize pool overall.
All right, we're into the freeze time on what could be the last round of the entire tournament here at round number 26. There isn't an AWP to work with on the side of things for Fnatic. It just comes down to the rifles. So we're even in terms of the scopes. Not even an AUG on the board right here. Utility, it does favor that of Fnatic. There are diffuse kits for post-plant situations, but Navi have done more with less, and they've shown that throughout the entirety of this tournament. They are not fighting for banana control this time round, which leads me to believe it might be an earlier A executor set piece, something they've been working on, but Crims up top could be deadly.
JW with the M4. Able to collect on the first spots. Crims goes down. Pistol's finding the kill. They know he's stuck in. Zeus is going to go around with the assist from a nade. The damage was there. The bullets couldn't land. And now Broland steps out from the pit. Knows he's going to be overwhelmed. Strikes while the iron's hot and falls back in when it's not, because those flames will extinguish, but he doesn't quite get there in time, does he?
Flamey, what?
Flamey's actually pulled his back. They're going to go for the bomb.
No!
Electronics got it. Flamey's done enough. It's all on Twist. He's coming back in, though, from the apartments. And Flamey holds and drops. He has to commit to jumping out, but Flamey might give himself up. No, he hasn't. He stood wide. Flamey gets the ball. And Navi get the championship in 3 straight maps.
Absolute nail biter to finish it off right there. No other way for Na'Vi to finish it. Just the way they like it. Hot and heavy in the booth.
Credit to Fnatic. They're in a rebuild, certainly after losing Golden, or rather changing things up and getting rid of Golden, bringing in Broland, young talent. What a future he's going to have. They'll be in another final soon, I'm sure. But for Na'Vi, this is exactly what they need after the major. After falling shy in the semis, they come back to win the next tournament. Impressive all the way through. And it's their trophy, it's their tournament. Star Ladder, iSeries Season 7, the showdown in Shanghai. Electronic leads them to the trophy. Simple led them there with them. Na'Vi are your champions in Shanghai.
Season 7, Navi.
NAVI 战队在决赛里以3比0击败了 Fnatic， 让我们再次把热烈的掌声送给 NAVI 战队。那同时在赛后我们也没有为他们设定特别的提问，而是希望他们在此时此刻能够把自己的心情来分享给我们现场支持他们的粉丝和所有正在收看直播的观众朋友们。来，有请我们的翻译 Mito。
So congratulations one more time, and do you want to say something to all the fans that have been supporting you here and all over the world?
I just want to say thank you, China, for support. It's really nice. I feel like I'm at home.
他说他非常感谢中国的粉丝们，他感觉就像在家里一样。
It's pretty heavy.
OK， 我们再来问问其他人。
往后点，我去侧边下去。
We love you guys. We love you. Thank you everyone who came today. Thanks everyone for support. Thank you.
好，让我们最后再一次把热烈掌声送给 NAVI 战队。今天晚上属于 NAVI。
Even with the trials and tribulations of this lineup, Na'Vi has literally done just that. They've been pushed through into victory. They pushed through the aches of the flu-like lows. They have found themselves above the rest. A team that is quite literally named Born to Win has done just that here in Shanghai, your StarSeries Season 7 champions.